All right, hopefully you can see my screen. And we are going to get started. All right, guys, I'm so excited. Welcome. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how to explode your network marketing business using social media and attraction marketing. We're going to learn to connect, serve our audience, and build trust and a relationship, which is really the only time anybody will buy with you. We're also going to learn how to target our audience and how to add targeted prospects, which are really the best that you can have because they're going to be more likely to buy from you, okay? For those of you guys who don't know me or it's your first time on the call, this is just a little bit about me, a little snapshot into my life. The most important thing I want you to know on this slide is that when I got started in HB Naturals, I was over $30,000 in debt, you guys. And I only started for $500 a month so that I could make an extra debt payment, okay? Long story short, it turned into a full-time income for me. Once I got in and I met our wonderful leaders like Chuck and Will and Marcus Jones and Mel Brower and all the great leadership that we have here, I saw the potential, okay? And then I just ran with it. So, if that's what you're here for and that's what you're here to do, you totally can do that here because I was not really planning or expecting to do that. And then my plans changed as my belief did. The other thing I want to share is that I've been deleted from Facebook twice. I don't share that, because I'm proud, but I do share that because, I was not deleted for my marketing or anything like that, but only because of, my political beliefs and because the censorship and everything like that that goes on Facebook. Now, I want to see in the comments, just a show of hands, how many of you guys are taking advantage of social media right now to build your business in some way? If you're not, you're totally leaving money on the table. So I'm so glad to see you on the call because all 6- and 8-figure earners use Facebook and they use other methods of social media to grow their business and hit their income goals. Somebody's not muted. So if you could just mute yourself, I'm not sure how that happened. I'll try to find who it is. Okay. Yeah, somebody's not muted. Can you guys check and make sure you're muted, please? Okay, perfect. So basically, I'm going to show you tonight a simple system that you can do every single day that's going to pretty much guarantee that you'll be successful building online. Okay, so if you're not muted, please mute. All right, thank you, Will. I got you muted. All right, next slide. So let's talk about, before we dive in, the 3 biggest mistakes that we make on social media, okay? The first one is that we hide that we're in business. Now, if you open an ice cream store or a salon or something down the street, right, you would probably have a press release. You would probably tell all your relatives, all your friends. You'd try to get as many people in the door as you could, right? You definitely would not hide the fact that you had a business. So guys, we hide things we're ashamed of. If you are hiding your HBM business, then you need to go back to work on your belief. Okay. If you come to me and you say, I want to build on social media, and then I see that you are never sharing anything about your business on social media, I'm going to know, one, that no one's going to see you as a credible business person, and they're not going to trust you because you have to put yourself in front of people in order for them to grow, to know, like, and trust you. If you're hiding your business, what reason would they have to join you, right? So that's the number 1 mistake, hiding your business. Number 2, you only talk about your business. Now, I see this on the other side too. I'll go to someone's page and I see product after product after product after product. And they wonder why no one's joining and they're not getting results, right? Because even if I love HBN products, it's really boring for me to set and, look at products. Hold on, somebody's at my door. I'm so sorry. I think it's my son, maybe get dropped off. Okay, guys, this is real life, right? Having kids. He had to get a ride home from band, and so I could do this call at 8 o'clock. Okay, so the second problem I was talking about that's the biggest mistake is only posting about our business. It's real off-putting. It looks like you're just trying to sell something. And when people come to Facebook, they want to laugh. They want to be entertained. They want to be informed. And yeah, they come to buy. Millions of dollars a day people are buying on Facebook, but they don't just want to see a bunch of products. Okay, so that's number 2 mistake. Number 3 is only talking about yourself all day long on your page. We know that it's our page, right? It's your page. You can talk about what you want. But if you are not talking about the benefits to what's in it for them, the benefits to the customer, then they're going to lose interest. Okay. So when you post something like yourself with the product, you want to always ask questions and for engagement, because we want to tell them what's in it for them. We don't want it to just be about us. So those are the three biggest mistakes. So what is attraction marketing? Well, attraction marketing is really just a system that draws people to you. Okay. You're going to have people coming to you ready to buy your product, ready to join you, because they have grown to know, like, and trust you, and they have seen your post. And we're going to use our page. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, how to build trust, what to post about. I know some of you are sitting there like, what am I going to post? Like, I can't think what to do. So we're going to go over all that. Okay. And you can, not have to do cold leads and things like that if you don't want to. Now, I do some of that when I'm doing a challenge. I text cold leads. Okay. Home parties. Maybe you're good at those. I know Mel Brow's great at those, and she does them all the time. Some people don't like to do those. But I want to show you how to leverage the power of social media, because when you're doing one-on-one, or you're doing 10 people, 20 people at your house, you're very limited, right? But when you share a video online, you literally have an opportunity to reach hundreds, if not thousands of people. So that's the power of being online. So I'm going to show you a guide that really cures all the problems that we struggle with. Lack of leads. I'm going to show you, you're sitting on billions of leads, and fear of rejection. Okay. Because when we're attracting people to us, we don't get rejected. Okay. So it just feels better. All right. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but this is just an example of how you would set up your profile. Make sure you guys have a good, nice picture of yourself smiling. It should not be of you and your kid, of you and your dog, because you're branding yourself. When you comment or something and somebody sees that face, you want them to know that's you, and you want to be inviting. Now, if you are texting cold leads and they don't know you from Adam, the first thing they're going to do is go to Facebook and look you up and see if you're a real person or if this is a scam, right? So we want to make sure we have a nice picture of ourselves. Please make sure it's public. If you want to grow on social media, you're going to have to be public. Now, you can have settings to make things private. Like if you don't want anybody to see your kids, they don't have to see those pictures. You can put them in an album. You can make things private how you want. But if you want to market and grow a big team on social media, then you need to be public. Okay. Now, the header here brands her as well. You can join her on her other, Instagram and her other places that she is. But I want you to see, like, below her name, you can see wifey, mom of three, redefining the image of success. So you want to say a few things about yourself. Let people know a little bit about what you're like. The person that you are. It's going to give them a little peek into you and help that process of getting to know you, like you, and trust you. And then this is Jade Hooper. She's with another company. I don't even know her personally, but she's just a rock star at what she does. And I liked her profile, so I just used it for this example. All right, I'm going to dive in and share with you now a few things that you can do every single day. Okay, if I told you you just need to do 3 things a day, would that not be exciting? So write down GIS, because anytime you're struggling in your business and you're sitting there and thinking, I don't know what to do, you can go back to these 3 things and you will, it'll help get you moving, right? It'll get you moving in the right direction. So it's going to be grow your audience, interact and engage with your audience, and then you're going to solve problems by offering solutions. So very simple. Those are the 3 things that if you engage in every single day, you're going to guarantee grow a business and grow a following. So let's dive in a little bit. Grow your audience. We need to be constantly building our audience. We need to be adding to the amount of people that follow us and watch us. And you can do this every day in 5 minutes. Now, I recommend going to groups of like-minded people, because don't just randomly friend people with the idea of, hey, I'm just trying to get sales, but literally go to groups that you enjoy, like health or cooking, gardening, golfing, whatever you're into, and make like-minded friends. Because if you don't have chemistry, then somebody's not going to see you as relatable, and they're going to have a hard time trusting or ordering from you or growing to like you. So if you can find people on Facebook that have things in common with you, add them as your friends. Okay. And we need to add people daily. Go through and delete all the accounts that have been deactivated, all the people that have either given you a hard no, or, people that you just don't interact with, okay? Because we need to be constantly keeping our friends fresh. If you're already at 5,000 friends, you need to delete some and add new. That's going to keep you fresh in the algorithms. And it's also going to give you new blood coming into your post and your business that can see your stuff, okay? Number 2 is we are going to interact with our audience every single day. And we're going to do this by providing value. Now, I'm telling you, you can't just jump when you join a company to selling, because you got to, first of all, have somebody to sell to. If you've never been on Facebook before and you jump in there and start sharing, your business and stuff, and you wonder why nobody's looking at it, it's because you haven't done a good job with this right here. So step number 2 is very important that we do every day. And this is where, if you're sitting there wondering what to post, you use the HIRE formula, okay? It stands for help, inspire, relationships, and education. This is going to help you think of what to post, okay, every day, so you don't have writer's block. Once you get good at this, it'll just come to you. Also on this, I want to tell you that you need to give what you want. You cannot get something till you give it away. So if you're wondering why nobody's interacting with you on your post, when's the last time you went through your newsfeed and gave away the very thing that you're wanting? Go and support your friends, whether they're in other businesses or not. Comment, like on their posts. Show them that you care. Okay, that's very important. They're going to be more likely to engage with you. Now, in your post, ask for engagement. Ask them to comment below. Ask them to private message you. You get what you ask for. Ask not, get not. Okay. So one tip I want to give you here is that if you will go, say you built your whole page around network marketing, and you want to attract network marketers because you're building a network marketing business. You didn't build it on medical freedom or gardening or whatever. It doesn't matter what you build your page on. Be passionate about it. If you want to build on network marketers, you would go to other leaders like Eric Worre, Tanya Liza, who's the Go for No guy, Ray Higdon. Go to their pages, interact with the people that are over there. Why? Because that's your perfect prospect. That's your target market, okay? Make friends with those people, comment, add them on your friends list. Those are going to be the people that want to join your network marketing business down the line once they know, like, and trust you. Okay, so I want to dive in a little bit more with the HIRE formula. So for help, you can post a couple of posts a day or just one post a week, but I recommend posting regularly, okay? That way, when you're adding new people and all the people that you already have on your page, they get used to the consistency of seeing you. It's also going to help your algorithm. It's going to help Facebook know that you're active on social media. If you want to build your business on social media, you've got to spend some time on social media. Do you have to be there all day long? No, I don't recommend it. But you can do a lot of this in 15 to 30 minutes a day. So you can provide a helpful tip on something. It could just be anything. It could be how to cut up a watermelon. Maybe it's how to, trim your pet's toenails. I don't know, but find something that you can offer value to your audience. Know what they want and provide it for them, regardless of what that is. Okay, so helpful tips, you can share articles, anything like that. Next, you're going to think about inspiration. Okay, people love humor. I love to share funny stuff on my page. Also, you can share like inspirational religious quotes and things like that, or maybe just inspiration, like never quitting, things like that. Just focus on value and make sure that you're portraying yourself as a trustworthy person, because we know that nobody is going to join you, buy from you, or anything until they trust you. So we have to build trust. Now, this is a great way to build trust, relationships. You can give them a little peek inside your life and show them that you're a real person. This makes you relatable, so it builds chemistry, which builds trust. This shows them, if you have kids, you have a family, show them. You don't have to show your kids, but you could post, you're out with the kids at the park. You're so blessed that you get to work from home so that you can be at Sally's football game or Sally's soccer game. Maybe Sally's playing football. That's great. Go girls. But what do you do for fun? Show them what you do. Show your vacations. Just share a little bit of your life. This is so important, guys. Share your journey. Maybe you join for better health. Maybe you join for weight loss. Share your journey and that you have a business. It's okay to do that. And if you want to build that consistent group of people that are going to be interested in your content, then you're going to want to share things consistently. Now, sorry about the lighting on these posts, but since I am not on Facebook on my phone. I have to snapshot it and put it up. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Jessica Tosi, incredible post for relationships. Perfect, just nailed it. And I'm sure this post did well for her. She says total miles driven, 4,362. Okay, am I totally crazy? 1,000%. So she's piquing curiosity, right? Did she come out and talk about the company? Do you see anywhere on here where it says HBN or anything like that? No, because she doesn't want people to go to Google and search HBN. So she is piquing curiosity so that people come to her. Oh, wow, what'd you do that weekend? Why'd you drive 4,000 miles? You know, so great post here. Of course, has a picture of her little fur baby, and people love to see animals. So always share your animals and things like that. It makes you relatable. It gives people something to talk to you about. Okay. Now, Michelle Marie, same thing. She shared value here, okay, inspiration. And Chef Lo actually did this post first, and it was an awesome post where he used an analogy about how we view things and what they're worth and how we view ourselves. And so she shared that. So share content on your page that is share worthy, okay, and then you're going to get more shares, and that's going to draw more people to you. So both of those are really good. Okay, this is the very last thing I'm going to talk about in the hire formula. When we're not knowing what to post and we need ideas, that's what we're going to think about. Education. Now, this is where you can show people that you're competent, okay, that you know your crap, right? Nobody does business with somebody who's incompetent. You don't hire an incompetent plumber. You don't hire an incompetent mechanic, and nobody is going to do business with you if they don't think you're competent. So this is a great way to educate your audience. You're going to be adding people daily, remember, because we're growing our audience daily. We're going to share, maybe talk about a study on black seed oil. You know, you need to study up a little bit since you're in marketing on your industry, on your products. Now, you don't have to be a product expert, but you need to know a little bit about what you're talking about and know your crowd, okay? Now, if your crowd is health-loving people and you've gone to groups and you've added people that are interested in health, interested in losing weight, what kind of content are you going to share? You're going to share tips about weight loss, okay, and things like that. Know your audience and give them what they want. It is not that hard. It's very simple. So this is an education example. This was a post I did that got huge results. I got so many leads from this, you guys. I basically talked about the benefits. So I said hundreds of health benefits and at least 1,000 peer-reviewed study, published studies on this. Okay, on this, I didn't say what it was because I'm piquing curiosity. With the latest study showing it blocks and binds spike proteins. Everyone should have this in their health cabinet, especially right now. You know, kind of talking about the situation we're going through without saying it. PM me, okay, CTA, call to action, PM me on how to get a free full-size bottle. Now, that's a lead magnet. That draws a lead to you. If you have a gift card, if you have a free bottle, if you're offering on your retail site, buy two, get one free, okay, that's what that is. And then used an emoji there. But this is just an example of where you can provide education and benefits and, you know, what's in it for them, right? What's in it for them? This is all about them. It has nothing to do with me. All right, we talked about growing your audience every day. We talked about interacting with your audience every day. Now, the fun part, number 3, we're going to solve problems by offering solutions. Once we've done a good job of all those things that we just covered, we get to help them. So this is the fun part. They are going to know you a little bit. They should know who you are because you should be posting, right? We are going to private message them. We're going to break the ice. Now, are we going to go in there and dive in and send them a link or tell them about a business when we have never spoken to them, or maybe we haven't spoken to them in 20 years? I don't recommend that. It's probably going to turn someone off. It might even get you blocked. Okay. So we want to listen to our prospects. If you talk to somebody long enough, they are going to tell you what they need. And then you simply ask permission to share. If someone's talking about their back pain or their high blood pressure, you could say, would it be okay if I shared something with you that really helped my husband? They're going to say yes or no. Okay. So we've got to find a way to get our products in, and that's when we're going to do it. So I'm going to cover some quick stats here for Facebook before I jump in, and I'm going to cover 4 pillars of your success building your business on social media. And then I have the one and only Michelle Marie here to talk about some Instagram and Facebook story stuff. Y'all, she's so talented. So stick around. She's going to be on at the end. 1 out of 5 people will order something after sampling on Facebook. So we have stats in our favor. I mean, that is amazing, right? 1 out of 20 will join us if we are talking about money. So Sampling your products on Facebook anyway is 4 times more effective than talking about money. Now, I want to mention, if your whole page and you've built it on network marketing and you're a guru kind of person, yeah, you can come on and recruit business builders all day long. You're going to get a higher response. Most people, guys, there's only 1 out of 10 people that are really entrepreneurs, that are really business minded. So if you're on this call, you are a special breed. Okay. I just want you to know that because you're already setting yourself apart from 90% of people. So once you have a customer, so I recommend leading with the products on Facebook. That's what I wanted to say. Know your audience and know what they want and what you're going to have the best success with. Okay. And lead with that. That way you don't have to fight this uphill battle. You don't have to contact as many people. Okay. Now, once you have a customer, there is no better business builder on your team than a happy customer. You have somebody on auto ship for 2-3 months. You go back to them. You simply say, hey, I know you love the products. Would you be interested in getting them free? Okay. Would it be okay if I sent some information? Would it be okay if I gave you some information? Super easy way to lead into prospecting for the business once they've sampled the product and become a customer. Okay. So those are the stats for Facebook, and I'm going to talk about the 4 pillars of success. When I talk about this, I want you to think of a table and with 4 legs. Okay, if you don't have one of these, you're going to have a wobbly table. Okay, so we want to make sure that all 4 pillars are there. Now, if you are struggling, go back, write down your vision, revisit why you're doing this. Anytime I've ever struggled in this business, if I go back and I re-examine why I got started, okay, and I get more clear on my vision, it always will help me and get me out of a slump. So if you're struggling in the business, you need pillar number 1, okay? Your table's wobbly. You got to get that pillar strong. Get real clear. Number 2, you have to have a personal branding strategy. I know some of you are sitting there probably thinking, I don't have a brand, you know, little old me doesn't have a brand, whatever. But believe me, you do. You are you because God made you special. You have something to offer that I can't offer. You have people out there looking for things that you can offer them in friendship, in relationships, with your business that I can't give them, right? So we all have that. We need to figure out what that is and brand ourselves. A good way to do this is write down these questions and answer them. So take some notes, okay? Who are you? Really sit down and examine who you are. What do you stand for, okay? Michelle Marie, you know, she is a health freedom activist. She has a son who was injured by pharmaceuticals, okay? So she stands for educating others, informing others, making sure no one else has to go through the life that she lives or what she has to live right now or has had to live, okay? Who does she serve? She's here to help people. She has helped heal her son with the use of natural products. You know, when you can take your child from 50 seizures a day to 5, you know, and no medical claims, guys, but that's the power of plants. That is the power of what we have our hands on here. And, you know, for instance, I'm just using her as an example. She has that story behind her. That's why she does well, because she knows who she is. She knows what she stands for, and she knows who she serves. Does she understand what their biggest problems and challenges are? Of course. Okay. So you got to get crystal clear on your personal branding and then who you're working with. Okay. If you don't know who you're selling to, you can't sell. Okay. So that's pillar number 2. Pillar number 3 is going to be your content creation strategy. This is another strategy that you have to have. Now, this is what we talked about with HIRE, right? Help, inspire, relationship, education. This is where we serve our audience. This is where we build trust. This is going to be the core of our attraction marketing. This is going to be what draws people to us, what attracts them to us or repels them, depending on what we're doing. So we want to make sure we are doing a good job here because this is where our business is going to come from. Now, if you grow your business with a blog, you're going to be blogging 2-3 times a week. That's what Chuck does. If you do YouTube, you need to consistently put out 2-3 videos a week. Okay. Tweets, whatever. I recommend picking one platform because you cannot effectively grow a big enough audience on 4 different platforms and be effective. You're going to get very minimal results. So even though, you know, like Michelle Marie, she focuses on Facebook, but then she also does Instagram. I do the same thing. I focus on Facebook, but I build on MeWe and Instagram as well. So, but you want to pick one and focus, okay? And that is number 3 is your content. Number 4, follow-up and engagement strategy. If this is missing, your table's really bad off because if you don't follow up, You know, if you were at my training in Dallas, I talked about 80% of people order after the 7 to 10 follow-up. Okay. So 80% right there. You're going to have a couple later and you're going to have a couple before, but 80% of people are ordering between 7th and 10th follow-up. You have got to have a follow-up strategy. One of the best ways to follow up is continue posting. Continue posting. If somebody came to you and they said, "Oh, I saw you taking those powders. What is that? I'm interested," right? And the conversation goes and you share your link. You even follow up and say, "Hey, did you have any questions about the powders?" You know, you've had a couple of interactions. The best thing you can do at that point is continue to post about it. Because if you don't, and Annie over here is posting every day about her powders and how great her company is, that person's already a hot prospect. They already reached out. They showed you they're interested. And if you're not showing them you're credible, you're consistent, and you're big on these products that you're talking about, which means you keep posting about them, right? I've been posting about this stuff for over 2 years now, and I'm going to keep posting about it. You have to do that. Why do you think McDonald's and Walmart advertise? I mean, there were billions of dollars, right? Why? Who needs to advertise? Who needs more customers? They understand marketing. They understand if they don't stay top of mind and they don't stay on top, guess what? Burger King could come up and supplant them. So they've got to keep their material in front of people. And that's what you have to do because you're a marketer and it's the same thing. So, you know, just continue posting. That is going to keep you top of mind. And that way they won't go order from someone else. They're obviously in the market looking for something. So if you fail to follow up, you're going to lose them. Okay. That's all I got to say about that. Now, the next slide is all I'm going to say about this is a PDF that I created. You know, not all the information. I got that from research. But you know, I put it together. It's a 2-page PDF front and back. I'm going to upload this. I was thinking you could PM me, but why don't I just upload it to Supreme, and I'll upload it in the files of Team Superstars as well. And you can print this out and keep it. It's a cheat sheet for attraction marketing. Number 1, brand yourself. If you're branding the company, they're going to go to Google and they're going to order from someone else. So always brand you. Okay. And branding you is not all about you. It's about what's in it for them. Okay. So when you're branding, think about, how am I serving this audience? Define your audience, know who they are, understand their problems, their challenges, right? And that's where we create that content, which is our higher formula. And we're building relationships, we're messaging them, we're breaking the ice, right? Of course, at some point, when you are talking to someone long enough, they are going to uncover what their pain is. It could be a new mama that just got staying home with her baby and she's dreading going back because she doesn't want to put her kid in daycare. That is when your painkiller would be your business. If you can help her make $200 a month, then she's not going to have to go back to work. Okay. So then you've helped her. So I want you guys to pay attention to the stat at the bottom. 82% of buyers are going to view at least 5 pieces of content before buying. I just mentioned, why do you think Walmart keeps advertising? This is the same thing. We know that somebody's going to have to see something in our newsfeed. An average, or at least 82% of people are going to have to see something at least 5 times. I cannot stress the importance of consistency. And everybody in this business who's doing well is consistent. Okay. Regardless of what they're doing, they are doing it consistently. So you have to be consistent. Okay. So this is the last thing I'm going to talk about before I turn it over to the one and only Michelle Marie. I'm going to show you a 6-day proven social media strategy that uses relationship building, okay, to build trust in your audience so that they will be ready to order and buy from you. So what is it? Day 1 through 4, you're going to provide value. We're not going to hashtag, we're not going to tag, we're not going to call to action. We are just going to provide value. Can we educate about products? Sure. Pique curiosity? Sure. But you really just want to focus on those higher posts and just get people interacting with you, okay? Go to their pages, spend that first 4 days, okay? Now, if we go straight to number 6, hard offer, and we haven't built our audience, what happens? We fall flat on our face. And I don't want that to happen. So we want to spend a good time building up that trust in our post and everything for a few days. Day 5, soft offer. Let me know if you're interested in hearing more. Sort of like I did on my black seed post. I said, you know, PM me for information on how to get a free bottle. You know, it's kind of a soft offer. Day 6, okay, hard offer. You can come and say, you know, I have, you know, we have buy 2 bottles, get 1 free today only. You're going to do a call to action. You can post a video, share the powders, tell them how to order, get 25% off or $25 off. You're going to have and you can just repeat this over and over again. Okay. Once you do day 6, just start over. Okay. Do the 4 days, because you're always going to be adding new people every single day. And so those 5 people that joined you might see that hard offer and be like, So you want to be sure you're always providing value. Okay. So I recommend posting, at least 2-3 times a day. Okay. At least 2-3 times a day, not necessarily about your business, but please post and then throw your business in there. Okay. So that's the 411. This is an example of just I should say, not very effective post compared to a more effective post. So the first one is, I found the most amazing biz. You can get all your products without chemicals and save your family from cancer. You've got to check this out. You can make money too. Free samples. That is over the top. That's what a lot of people do. Okay. Also, there's a medical claim in there, so you don't want to ever do that. More effective would be talk to somebody like you're sitting with them. Talk to them like your friend. Hey, everyone. I'm super picky about the ingredients that I put in my body. I'm super picky about what I give my kids. And I have found 100% natural organic company that has awesome coffee and skincare. Would you like a sample? PM me for more information. So that would be, and then you put like a picture of you drinking your coffee, or something like that. So that's an example of a more effective post. I wish I could get into more posts. If you're struggling with posting, reach out. I'll help you. Okay. I'll help anybody on the team. Just reach out. All right. Without further ado, I'm so excited to introduce one of my best friends, my sister in Christ. I can't say enough good things about this lady right here. You guys, with what she's gone through in her life. And, when I hear people say, well, I just really don't have time and things like that, I'm telling you, if she can build this business she's probably 32K now. This was an older recognition, but she does it. She hustles. Okay. No excuses, right? If she can build this business with her life, anybody can do it. And so I'm super proud to introduce her. She is a star on Facebook. She has done an incredible job on Instagram. She's really good at stories. So I want her to, teach and train on this a little bit tonight, because I think you can learn a lot from her. If you're not following her yet, please follow her, because you're going to learn a lot from her page. So I am going to stop sharing here and go find Michelle. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right, Michelle, I'm going to unmute you, dear.
Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. That was an amazing training, Landy. As always, absolutely nailed it. Thank you. All right, guys, I hope everybody's having a great day. I am going to talk about Facebook and Instagram stories and the kind of content you can create, and just go over a little bit about how they work. They are very similar with the content that you can create on them. Instagram actually provides an option through which you can share your Instagram story to Facebook directly. You just have to link your accounts, open your story controls in your Instagram settings, and then you can share your stories to Facebook easily. Sharing from posts from one account to the other is just also known as cross-posting. Facebook stories allows you to do that too. So if you go to your Facebook stories, you go to make a post, there's 3 dots at the top right. You click on that, you can edit your privacy settings, which allows you to change who is viewing your stories. You can make it public just like you can with Facebook posts. You can change it to friends only. And if you scroll to the very, very bottom of that, it asks you if you want to share to Instagram, which is really cool. I personally, it really just takes a matter of like a few seconds for me to just go to Facebook and then go to Instagram. So I personally don't use that feature, but a lot of people do. Facebook and Instagram stories last for 24 hours, and you want to let your stories expire. You do not want to delete them. If you delete them, then it will like hit your algorithm and it will have a negative effect. So the duration for stories on Facebook and Instagram are a little different. Videos on Instagram are 15 seconds long. However, there is a workaround to that limitation. It basically just jumps over to the next page. So you can upload pretty much anything. It'll just go to the next slide. It's just a different page. Now for Facebook, your stories are limited to 26 seconds and it does not overlap. And you can actually trim your the length of your video, in Facebook and Instagram, which is pretty cool. Some of the things that you can use in the stories for both are filters. You can write text on there. You can use GIFs. You can ask questions, take polls. You can upload music, photos, short video clips. There's even like a cool feature that's called Boomerang. You can access your camera to stories as well. For some reason on my iPad, I cannot upload music to my Facebook stories. I actually have to do that from my phone. So I don't know if that's a device issue or a setting issue that I haven't figured out yet, but you should be able to upload music from anything. Stories are really good for boosting your algorithms and building engagement. One of the things that I love about stories is that you can actually see who is following from start to finish. So that's a really good way to track who's, interested in what you're posting. So a lot of times what I do is I'll watch who follows my stories from beginning to end, because it actually gives you a total of people and it shows you their name if you click on the bottom. So that's pretty cool. I'll write down their names of the ones who are following me from beginning to end. So when you go to that last slide, you'll be able to see who watched you from start to finish. And then I'll message them. I'll use the scripts to message them, and because you already know that they're engaged. It is important to change up what you're posting. You want to create content, as Landy was talking about before, because you want people to come back. A way to boost your story algorithm is very similar to any kind of post. You want to comment, you want to like, you want to respond. The same thing, you want to use the heart emoji, the wow emoji. You don't want to do sad or the angry face, because that hits it negatively. Also, if you skip over a story or if you exit out of a story before it actually ends, it will also negatively affect the algorithm. What happens is that it will send a message showing that it's sort of like boring content, and you get deprioritized and you'll get bumped to the end of the queue. So you definitely want to, if you're viewing somebody's story, you definitely want to watch it the whole way through, which also brings me to, you don't want to post too much, because if you're posting like 20 things to your story, people are not going to watch the whole thing. I recommend doing like a max, maybe like 5 to 7, because it will get to the point where people are going to have to jump off, and then that's going to negatively affect your algorithms. From seeing other people like on Instagram and posting, just following a few people, I hear that your 9 a.m. local time is said to be a good posting time. I personally will post either in the morning or at night, when people are getting up, they're checking their accounts before they head out the door, or at night before they go to bed. So for me, I usually do in the morning or in the evening. And so for posting content ideas, you can ask questions. That really boosts your algorithm if you do like a series of questions over like 3 or 4 different slides. Other things that you could post, like for me, I love posting things that are hobby related, whether it's gardening, working out, about my kids, products, different memes. You definitely really want to change it up. And I try to alternate days with business and product. So one day I might focus on a few of the products, and then after that expires, then I might, change it up and do stuff about the business. So you don't want to overkill. You don't want to story vomit with just like all business related stuff or product related stuff. And that's basically all I have as far as the stories. I did want to share something that if you are posting on Instagram, as Landy had mentioned before, my main focus is Facebook. I would say 95% of my business has come from Facebook posts and stories. And the other 5% probably referrals and, friends and family and stuff like that. But the majority of my business comes from Facebook and Instagram. But if you're posting on Instagram, you definitely want to use hashtags. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with using hashtags. I know like Facebook, people don't really use them, but hashtags, it's what will help you get a following for Instagram. So some of the examples that I just want to share with you is if I post a picture of like, let's for example, working out, I'll use hashtags like workout, gym, home workouts, fitness, fit life, motivation, health, stay at home mom, work at home mom, moms who lift, and then I'll throw in like slimmer, nourish, detox tea. You want to use you can use up to 30 different hashtags, and you want to use hashtags that are trending. So sometimes like what I'll do is like, I used to do like, Google trending workout hashtags. But there actually is a really cool app. It's $19.99 a year. I'm not, saying that anybody has to get this, but you can actually generate hashtags. So if I type in workout, it'll give me a whole bunch of like hundreds of hashtags that I could just go and pick, copy and paste and put it in my post. And it'll tell you how many people are following those hashtags. So that's just a little tip that I wanted to share because I know a lot of people use Instagram and I was never really familiar with using Instagram and just posting. And then I was like, wait a minute, why are people using so many hashtags? So there's actually, a really good point that goes with that. And that's to boost your following. And that's all I got, Landy. Thank you.
Awesome. Great job, Michelle. I took some notes. I learned some new stuff from you. Incredible training. Thank you so much for providing so much value tonight. Guys, if you have any questions or whatever, Michelle and I both, you can private message us. We're here to help. So I wish you the best in building on social media. I truly think if you would just implement, what we talked about tonight, you're going to improve your results and just keep building on that and stay consistent. So I appreciate you guys getting on. I'm glad we're getting off early. So this is recorded. So for a lot of you guys that got on late, you can watch the replay and we can also share it with others. Okay. So everybody have a good night. Thank you so much. Love you all. Peace out. I'm ending the meeting. Bye.